a whole bunch of manservants, a whole bunch of women servants, a whole bunch of animals. I told you, he had all this, but he was left alone.
Wow.
Sometimes it's up to us,
Yeah.
right?
Come on.
We have to make decisions. We have to do things. Sometimes our mama can't do it for us. Our daddy can't do it for us. Our wives can't do it for us. Our husbands can't do it for us. There comes a point where it's just us. We have to make that decision if we're going to follow God, right?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
And we have to be alone sometimes. Why do we have to be alone? Because if we're not alone, we can get too busy. We can say, oh, well, I got to do this. Oh, well, I've got this going on. I would go tonight, but I got to do this.
Come on, guys.
I got this going on. I got that going on. I can't go here. I can't go there. I can't do that. We just have to get to that point where nothing else matters. Nothing matters but making things right with God.
Right.
And that's where Jacob was. Jacob was sitting there, and he said, y'all have heard me say it before, he was to that point where he only had a plan A. Plan A was trusting God. He didn't have a plan B. He didn't have a plan C. He didn't have a plan D. All he had was either God's going to get me out of this, or I'm not getting out of this. That's where he was at. And so then we know, I only read half of that. It said Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of day. Let me just go ahead and read this a little bit, and I'll talk about it. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, and he wrestled with him. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. Let me stop right there. All right. So, Jacob had already seen all these angels. He just had seen them all out in front of him. Now, he didn't know, I'll admit, when he's sitting there in the dark, alone, by himself,